How's it going, guys? It's the final render here and welcome to Dark Souls. Some of you guys know that I love the Dark Souls games, even though this is the only one I've actually completed. I have played Demon Souls on PlayStation 3, couldn't really get into it, didn't really know what it was at the time. Dark Souls I have beaten. Dark Souls 2 I ran out of human effigies in the Drangleic Castle, and Dark Souls 3 I haven't really played despite owning it. Oh, and about halfway through Bloodborne as well. But I've actually been debating whether or not to play this game because it does cause a lot of hate when you play this game if you do something wrong or if you suck at it, but it's a great game and I love it. We've also got some mods installed, so let's go. Let's start a brand new game in Dark Souls. Right, I'm basically just going to be playing this the way I want to play it, basically. I know there are right and wrong ways to play it or more efficient ways to play it, but I'm going to play it the way I want to do it. Okay, so we're going to start by picking our class. I think I want to go with the Knight, because he's got obviously very high strength, he's got pretty decent starting stats, but really, the one you pick at the start doesn't make too much difference really, because you'll be leveling up pretty soon anyway. But I'm going to go with the Knight. He's also got 11 faith right now, which is what I'll need to start off with. For the gift, I've always wondered which gift to pick, really. Last time I actually went with Twin Humanities. I was playing it again recently using a light armor build. We're going to go with a heavy armor build this time. And I went with Twin Humanities so that I could actually get some decent amount of souls at the start of the game. But it didn't really make a difference. I'm going to go with the Master Key. It's not the best thing in the world, but to tell you the truth, I actually know the game quite well, and I would like to be able to get to certain areas easier, so to speak. Physique, not really important. I normally go with the average or the slim. Let's go with the slim. Why not? Face, really don't care about that because you're just going to be wearing a huge helmet the entire game anyway. Sex, we'll go with male. And he needs a name, doesn't he? Let's go with, if I can actually type this. Oh god, this is annoying part of Dark Souls actually, if you're playing with the keypad. There we go. Alright, so Dark Souls. Final render. That is me indeed. Okay, so seeing as I actually said I will be playing this using a gamepad controller, it actually makes it easier in the long run, I think, seeing as the game was kind of designed for the console control, so to speak, and there's nothing wrong with that. The actual keypad works very, very well indeed. Okay, so this is our build, and we are going to be going with pretty much just a melee fighting class. We're not really going to mess with sorceries or pyromancy or anything like that. We're just going to go with regular, hard hits and big weapons for big knights. Okay, so let's go. As I said, I've beaten this once and I did a build similar to what I'm going to be doing today. I had like a hard-hitting melee fighting build, and the build I'm actually playing on right now, the one, not this one, but in my own time, that's actually a light armor build. Quite interesting to see the difference, really. Okay, I'm actually going to be skipping a lot of the cutscenes and stuff like that, because I'm willing to assume most of you guys probably know the start of the game, seeing as a lot of people do start the game and not finish it, and I was the same. Dungeon Cell Key. Alright, so let's open this. Some of the mods we have got installed, we have got ones which add proper anti-alias into the game, and we have also got the ability to unlock 60 frames a second. No textures or anything though. Okay, so let's go ahead and start farming our first load of souls. But when I actually first played this game, oh, there we go, we got the Asylum demon over there. Oh, actually no, it's not the Asylum demon, is it? It's a different one, that one, which you fight later on. When I first got this game, I think I got it maybe a year, maybe 2 years after it was initially released, and I tried maybe 6 times to actually start the game. Never got into it, never saw what the big deal was. I just thought this is a hard game, it doesn't really make any sense and the control's bad. But you know what, once I actually watched some videos to actually learn how to play the game, I actually started to really enjoy it. It's one of those games where there's nothing wrong with kind of learning from someone. It's kind of an old school kind of almost community game in a way, because people around the community will actually find ways to get amazing armor builds, amazing weapon builds, secrets and everything like that, special tactics you can use, and people share these on the internet, so it's actually very old school in that sense. Well, let's light our first bonfire. I don't know why I rested there, really didn't need to. Okay, so that is our first bonfire lit, and now we need to go ahead and meet our first boss of the game, which we are not going to be beating right away. This is the Asylum demon. Okay, so this is where I always got to when I first tried it in like those 6 or 7 attempts, because I got to this boss battle and then he would drop down, boom, there he is, but I never realized you could actually go through this door here. I didn't realize that's what you were meant to do. I thought you were meant to go toe to toe with that guy, but no, the idea is you go toe to toe with him in about 10 minutes or so. I'm also going to try to keep down editing in this video. I wanted to I think Dark Souls is the kind of game where you got to experience all of it, so to speak, and see all the nooks and crannies and things like that. Nothing wrong with editing it, of course, but some people just want to kind of have like a montage reel of all the deaths and all the cool fights and stuff. In my case, I want to actually just play this game and enjoy it. Tower Kite Shield. Okay, let's go ahead and throw our shield on, so we can actually just run straight up to this guy who's firing arrows at us. You could probably just dodge him anyway. Get back here! You get back here, little coward. But whatever, it gives us an opportunity to get our sword anyway. Broadsword. There we go. Let's go ahead and equip our broadsword. And now we're ready to go. That sword we had initially, it only does like maybe 1 point of damage per hit to the Asylum Demon. This will do much, much more. You probably could defeat the Asylum Demon without going to get your swords. In fact, there probably are videos of it. But I've never actually tried to do it. I think that's just... nah, you know, do it properly. Go get your sword, you know what I'm saying? Okay, traverse the white light. White light. Alright, so what have we got over here? I don't remember if there's anything over here. There is an item up there. We can't get that yet. I think you have to wait till you come back here, optionally, to go ahead and get that item. But just behind this wall over here, we have got a knight over there, whose name I actually do not remember. He actually gave us the key to escape from our first cell. Oh, hey, Boulder. Yeah, I ain't falling for that game. I ain't falling for that. I've played this game too many times, even though I've only beaten it once. Okay, so let's just go ahead. Go ahead behind him, get the kill. Easy stuff. So I'm probably going to watch back this video and remember all the times where I failed when I first started and think, my gosh, what a scrub. Okay, so let's talk to this dude.
I'm done for, I'm afraid.
Okay, so this guy's mission was basically to escape the asylum and go ahead and ring the bells of awakening. However, he is about to go hollow, and we now have to take over as the chosen undead. The story in Dark Souls is convoluted, to say the least. There is a story there, a very complex story in fact. However, it's told almost badly, almost. If you have a story that you want to tell, you should take the time to actually tell it properly, but it's actually up to the community to find out what the story is. So again, kind of old school in that sense, which is very, very cool indeed. Alright, so he's given us our Estus Flask and the key to escape this level. Okay, so he's actually going to die in a moment here. He's going to go hollow, and we actually can fight him later on if we decide to come back here later on in the game. And now he is dead. Alright, I don't think he drops anything when he dies. I think he just dies, doesn't he? Yep, he just dies. But whatever, we've got an extra 100 souls for it, so that's not bad. You could just hit him with your sword if you wanted to. One of the things which really confused me when I first started this game is like, what does things like hollowing mean and stuff like that, you know? It's very convoluted with its terms. Hollow, you could say it's kind of like a zombie. You are an immortal being in a permanent dead body. That's the best way to think about it. And when you are hollow, you can never die. However, there are some benefits to actually gaining what is called humanity and stop him becoming hollow. If you become human, you can summon AI help to help you, and you can also summon actual live people, so to speak. Come on, you beast. There we go. And another thing about turning human as well is that you can also invade people for the multiplayer aspect of this game, which is there. Alright, so let's go ahead and get around this guy and give him a stab. There we go. Or a slash, I should say. Okay, there is another guy right through here. He is a bit harder to kill than the other guys we've seen so far, but he's still easy peasy at this stage. Okay, go ahead and get behind him and go for the backstab. Nah, there we go. There we go. Like, something very important to remember about this game. Patience. Patience. It's a sword battle. You know, and I think another reason why people like games like For Honor and stuff is because it is a very slow-paced kind of sword battling game. This is kind of similar. Okay, so let's go kill the Asylum Demon. This is probably the easiest boss battle in the game. Drop down on his head. Take away a third of his life already. That's why you need to go around and not fight him using your straight sword. You need to just go around. Okay, so this guy... oh, dear. I was just about to say he's very easy. I could probably take him no damage, but I was wrong. Dodge out of his... darn it. I better not die on the first demon in the game. That would be absolutely embarrassing for a video. I've been used to playing with my light build armor character, and this guy is much, much slower indeed. Okay, so let's go ahead. One more hit, and now let's get around to the back of him. Whoop! Whoop! There we go. Alright, let's two-hand our weapon. Dish out a little bit more damage. Get ready to roll again. Which way am I going to roll? I think I got to roll to the left. Yep, I've got to roll to the left. Okay, I'm going to back off and just Estus at first. Oh man, he's got the fat roll. That's awful. Alright, quickly, Estes, quickly, quickly. There we go. Alright, I'm good. I definitely hit the roll button there. Okay, so let's just get ready to go ahead to his left side. Because his attacks typically come from the right-hand side, except that one comes from that side. Whoop! Okay, Estes, Estes, Estes. I can't believe I'm doing such a bad job with this. But as I said, I'm used to my light armor build, which is much, much faster. There we go. Asylum Demon dead. Okay, that was actually a bit harder than I remembered it being, but you know what? I still killed him first try, so that's not bad. And we've gained a humanity for doing that, so to tell you the truth, I'm actually going to go ahead and become human, because I believe when you're human, your defense goes up a little bit. Not only that, but you also get better item discovery, I believe. Okay. Oh no, I can't even become human here, can I? Well, I've used that humanity anyway, that's ready to go. So now let's go ahead and exit the Undead Asylum, our tutorial level of the game. But as I said, you can come back here later on, and some of the enemies are much, much tougher. Use Big Pilgrim's Key. Out into the lovely open world of Dark Souls. Oh, wait, no. It looks terrible, doesn't it? Alright, this game, as I said, I've actually got the 60 frames a second unlocked, and I've also got some really decent anti-aliasing on there. However, those are mods. The default game looks quite atrocious, you know. Even at the time it came out on like PlayStation 3 and Xbox 360, it didn't look great. However, having some of these mods in the PC version does make it look much, much better. You can also get texture mods and stuff.
In the ancient legends, it is stated.
Okay, I'm just going to watch this one because I love watching this cutscene right here.
One day an undead shall be chosen.
Hey! How's it going, Russell Crowe? Come take me to the new area, buddy.
To leave the Undead Asylum in pilgrimage.
That is something I'm noticing about having the 60 FPS unlocked. Some of the cutscenes look a little jittery, but the actual game itself is smooth as butter. Smooth as a baby's buttery bottom. Ugh. Okay, I won't ever say that again. That was a terrible thing to say. And also, since this is going to be mostly unedited, there might be maybe 1 or 2 second increments where my camera on my webcam may turn off, but that's not the end of the world. It has to do with recording on DSLRs. They have it so that you can only record up to 10 minutes at a time. That way they don't have to pay all the tax that you would normally pay on making a professional video camera, which can record for hours, which pretty much like quadruples the price. So that's why DSLRs can typically, by default, only record for like 10 minutes at a time. Okay, here we are. We are now back at Firelink Shrine. Or at Firelink Shrine. We've never been here before. Okay, so let's go ahead and make ourselves human. Let's reverse our hollowing. In other words, we're going to offer the one humanity that we have got, that is displayed in the top left corner, to become human, so that we can actually access NPCs for boss battles, we can get invaded, we can invade, and also we get higher defense and more souls. I might be wrong about that one though. I might be wrong about that. Okay, so let's talk to this character here, whose name I've completely forgotten. He basically tells us our quest is to ring the 2 bells of awakening. Okay, there is 1 bell of awakening. It's probably over that way, technically, on top of the church. And there is 1 right down below the ground in the catacombs. No, it's not. It's over by the bottom of Blighttown, isn't it? Never mind. Okay, there actually are a lot of items to go ahead and get in Firelink Shrine. Right there, we got 3 humanity instantly. So that is fantastic. We'll be able to use those if we ever want to become human again. Alright, we have also got a dude over here, I believe. Yes, he is right here. He will actually sell us a heal miracle we want. I do need to level up my faith 1 more time before I can do that though, so we'll worry about that later. And we just need to kind of pilfer all the items in Firelink Shrine that will give us a huge edge when we actually start. Okay, so I believe we drop down here. Yeah, this is it, this is it. Okay, so if you drop down that little shaft here, later on there'll be an elevator to get back to Firelink Shrine. And then we have got some chests right here. Let's open up these chests. We have got 6 homeward bones. They teleport you back to the last bonfire, which act as your checkpoints. They also restore your Estus flasks and your health. We've got a Morning Star and a talisman. That is brilliant. And we've got 1 more thing over here. What is it here? I completely forget. Cracked red eye orb. I believe that's an online item for the multiplayer. Okay, so let's go check out the Morning Star. The Morning Star, it actually scales with a C in strength and requires 11 strength to use. And we have 11 strength, so we can use this. However, it is not perfect. It doesn't do too much damage. It does only 1 damage more than my current broadsword. However, it does cause bleed effect. So we actually are going to use this a little bit. Alright, so we've got our Morning Star right here. Ooh, another chest over here. Let's go ahead and grab this here. Oh, the Lloyd's Talisman. I believe the only use for that is to tell if a chest is the Mimic or not, but I think there is another use for it. Alright, so we've got to drop down here now, and those skeleton bones directly ahead of us, they'll wake up when we go near. So let's just be ready to run. I don't want to wake up too many of them. I'll see if I can actually take on any of these guys. The Morning Star is a perfect weapon for taking on skeletons, because it's a kind of blunt hitting weapon, so you can just kind of mash at them like that. But they do have a lot of health right now. We do not have much strength. I believe you can backstab these guys. Oh, I messed it up in that case. So you just kind of hammer away with the Morning Star. I believe if you want to make them break up like that, you have to do a strong attack if you've got a sword. Oh, dear. Oh, I got them both. Brilliant. Alright, hammer on the one who's low. Hammer on the one who's low. If we can kill the one who's low first, that means we're only fighting one skeleton then, as opposed to one who is almost full strength. And one who is very weak, because they deal the same amount of damage either way. Alright, I'm going to practice a parry on this guy, actually. Practice a parry. Nope, messed it up. Alright, back off, heal. Alright, come on, parry. There we go. Boom! And again, boom! Definitely want to learn to actually parry in this game. A lot of people don't bother learning how to parry because it does take a lot of skill to parry when you first start. However, it will save your life so many times. I'm trying to remember what that item is. It might be a shield or something like that. There are 2 more skeletons here, but we've just killed 2 skeletons so I can take them. And we are very near the edge, so I might just be able to kick this guy off the ledge. Or just bash him like that. Oh, darn it. Okay, they do a lot of damage at this low level. Estus. There we go. Okay, that's him. Roll. Oh, darn it, we got the damn fat roll. No! Oh, for God's sake. Okay, no more messing around now. No more messing around. That was goddamn embarrassing. As I said, I've been playing with a light build character, so I'm used to having really fast rolls. I'll have to get used to doing the fat roll again. Alright. Oh, darn it. We actually made ourselves human for that. We shouldn't have done that. We should have left ourselves hollow. That was a dumb mistake on my part. I apologize, guys. Not that I should need to apologize or anything. That's something I've noticed about the Dark Souls community on YouTube, is that if you mess up, people are very apologetic because they want to see good Dark Souls gameplay, and that was not good Dark Souls gameplay. Realistically, I should not be bothering with these skeletons at all, seeing as I've got so low strength. But I do want my souls back, and I want to get that item, even though I've got hardly any souls. But at this low stage of the game, any souls you can get is good. Right, let's just grab the item and run. Oh, okay, it's a soul of a lost undead. Alright, wasn't even worth it, really. There are more items over there. I'm going to try it. I'm going to try it. Seeing as I'm not human right now. What have we got? Another large soul of the undead. I'm well aware I'm just chaining the bad guys right here, but I believe I can outrun them. It's not that way, is it? There is something over here. I believe it's a weapon of some kind. It might be like a claymore or something. But Zweihander. Oh, dear. No, get out of the way, Greystone. Run, 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 run. Alright, grab this item here. Binoculars, that's rubbish. No! Whoop! Okay, I'm going to die again. Never mind. But hey, I've got those items now, and... oh, I am going to lose my souls. Ah, who cares? Who cares? It's only 2,000. I'll get those back very, very quickly. Primarily, I just wanted to get those items to start off with, so that's not the end of the world. Okay, actually, I'm going to use the humanity again so I can get some more... just get some more souls whenever I kill an enemy. I don't need to kindle the fire right now. I've actually got 10 Estus flasks already. This fire is already kindled. Okay, so that embarrassing stuff aside, I have at least got the items. So there are more items as well to go ahead and get around here. I believe there are some kind of upstairs. I apologize if some people just want to see me just go ahead and start killing some of the bad guys and stuff like that. But to tell you the truth, these items are here in Firelink Shrine for a reason, because they will help you out in the early game. So let's go ahead and explore upstairs. We've got something over there. Oh, there's Russell right there, just chilling out. And we actually can use him to go back to the tutorial level, but we will not be doing that for a very, very long time indeed. Alright, so let's go see what this item is over here. I've completely forgotten. It's probably just a soul item or something. Soul of a lost undead, yep. Oh, I also have a mod installed so that when you go ahead and select the soul items, it tells you. It's just a change in the texture to tell you what they're worth. Shame that isn't there in the actual game, to tell you the truth, because that's such a simple thing that is very hard to remember. Okay, there are some down there, I think. Let's go ahead and roll down there. It might be nothing. No, that's just him there. I could have sworn there's a place around here which gives us some fire bombs. It might be down lower. I forget. Alright, so we can go down this area here where we can see the Firekeeper. And we don't really have to bother with the Firekeeper for a long time. There she is. She will actually make your Estus flags better. However, you do need to find a special item to do that. And going down there, that leads to the Londo Ruins, I believe. So we're not going to go down there yet. There is a vendor down there who can sell you some sorceries, some magic. However, we're not going to be doing anything with magic. And we don't really even have the levels to do it. So I'm tempted to go ahead and buy the Miracle now. That might be an idea, actually. If I can go ahead and use my soul items. I have got 3 soul items. I believe it's 800 to buy the Heal Miracle. And that essentially gives you maybe an extra 5 Estus flasks. It's not the same as an Estus flask. It takes maybe twice as long to use. However, it's kind of like healing yourself when you know you're safe. Okay, it's either 800 or 8,000. One of those two. I think. And we've already got the talisman, of course, to use it. Okay, so let's talk to this dude here. Okay, at first he just basically says, "Oi, go away, I don't want to talk to you." But if you keep talking to him, then eventually he does listen to you, gives you a copper coin. I believe that just kind of gives you extra luck, so item discovery, I think. Okay, so let's enter his covenant. Okay, the covenant of the gods. Oh, I already belong to the covenant. Okay, never mind. Okay, let's learn his gesture. We got a shrug gesture for doing that. Not obviously important to gameplay, but it's kind of cool. Okay, so the Heal Miracle, how much does it cost? It costs, oh dear, it costs 4,000. Okay, so we've just gone ahead and used some soul items, so we better not die and lose those. But once we have got those 4,000 souls, then we will essentially get an extra 4 Estus flasks, like I said. I'll probably have to actually level up my attunement as well now I think about it. Actually, I don't remember what level my attunement is. What level is my attunement? My attunement is 10. Yeah, I think you need 12. So we'll have to level up 2 more times and get 4,000 souls. Okay, so let's just go ahead and whack these guys. The Morning Star is a very slow weapon. However, it is very good. It's only 1 damage more than my current broadsword. So it might be an idea to swap back to the broadsword just for the sake of its extra speed. However, I do like the bleed it gives you if you've got a really tough enemy. Now, here's the thing about Dark Souls. Look at your environment. What's happening here? There is a bad guy up ahead and he is guarding an item which we want, as well as an item over there which is very useful. However, that dude up there is throwing fire bombs down at us. Actually, I'm going to swap to my sword here. Okay, broadsword right there. So, logic would dictate, kill the guy who's throwing bombs first, because he's just going to be throwing fire bombs while you're trying to kill that dude. So let's head up the stairs. There is that firebomb dude, and there's also a dude with an axe. So let's kill the dude with the axe first, if possible. Nah, leave him, he's slow. Okay, so give him a kick, or a hit, one of the two. Oh, his body's turned up. Okay, slash, slash. Ooh, don't hit firebomb, but I've managed to block it with the sword, with the shield even. Whack him there. Okay, he is dead. And now, get the backstab on the firebomb dude. Okay, so now we're relatively safe to go ahead and kill that dude who's got the big shield down below us. So, let's go ahead and do that now. Go ahead and grab the 2 items over here. Oh, what you doing, son? Don't you do that. There we go. He is now dead. Alright, so this item, Soul of a Lost Undead, an extra 200 souls when we need it. Now, we've got to do a little jump here. I better not mess this up. This will be exceptionally embarrassing if I do. Yup. I don't have a light armor build anymore. I can't jump far. Yeah, that was as embarrassing as it looked. It was embarrassing as it looked. But here's the thing about Dark Souls, people. Here's the thing about Dark Souls. Actually, no, I can't make excuses. That was embarrassing. But the thing about Dark Souls is every time you die, as long as you go back and get your souls, you will become stronger. So, dying is part of Dark Souls. It really is. It's gonna happen, no matter how good you are. Especially if it's your first time. You probably will die at some point. Okay, there we go. One more. Excellent. Right, so let's go ahead and deal with the dudes up top. Because obviously every time I do this battle, I am gaining their souls for a second time. So I can actually level up sooner and get stronger sooner. And we get the backstab on that dude. That is fantastic. His buddy isn't coming along, so... Can we get another backstab? Oops. Oh, his buddy's coming along now. Okay. Alright, go ahead and whack those dudes. Oh, out of stamina. There we go. And whackety whack, whack, whack. Excellent stuff. Okay, so let's go ahead. Oh, we got a firebomb. Brilliant. As I said, I swore there was a place in Firelink Shrine where you can pick up some firebombs, but I don't remember. Alright, let's deal with this dude now. Excellent stuff, excellent stuff. Now, I actually want to be able to make that jump the way I'm used to, so I'm actually going to remove all of my armor. That's what you look like when you haven't actually used any humanity to become human. You're just a zombie, basically. Alright, so let's go ahead and do this jump. There we go. Perfect now. Alright, so let's go ahead and slow walk around this edge. There we go. Slow walk onto the edge. Excellent stuff. And we have got a Ring of Sacrifice. Ring of Sacrifice is an exceptionally good ring. Ring of Sacrifice. Whenever you wear this ring, when you die, you get to keep all of your souls and everything like that. Because when you die, you lose your souls. However, you can only use it once. Once you use it, the ring breaks. And also, once you take it off, it breaks. So therefore, you need to be pretty certain that you are gonna die, basically, if you put that on. Otherwise, you'll never be able to use it again. And they're fairly rare. There we go. Okay, let's go ahead and put my armor back on. I'm tempted to swap back to the light armor build I made earlier, simply because I'm really happy with that, actually. It makes a huge difference. But if it's your first playthrough, just going ahead and getting some decent defense and decent strength is probably your best way to go, rather than messing with like sorceries and light armor and stuff like that. Really, light armor is just good for speed and resistances, but it's not very good for actually tanking damage, obviously, because it's light. Okay, so we've got a rat up in here. I believe this guy does not attack you, unless you actually mess up your first attack. Another 200 souls for the lost undead. And the rats actually do deal poison damage to you. So early on in the game, they can cause a huge problem for you. We do have a gate over here. However, it is blocked from this side. We actually get that later. That's a shortcut. Most of your rewards for playing this game is actually they give you a shortcut. When you defeat a boss, they don't give you a cool weapon. They don't give you anything awesome like that. They just give you a shortcut. Because you actually do have to do a lot of walking around in this game. Alright, so get up behind him. Get the backstab. Easy stuff. Okay, and this dude is just going to walk into the barrels for eternity. Give him a hard hit and a soft hit. And now he is dead. There are some bad guys directly below me. But we'll deal with them in a minute. Because right now we've got a dude right around here who throws fire bombs. And you may be saying, Final Render, you know this kind of off by heart. Well, that's what Dark Souls does, you know, it forces you to play games again and again and again, and play certain sections again and again and again, and the enemies will always spawn in the same place, they'll always have the same weapons, so you actually learn how to beat these guys, rather than relying on skill. You learn how to be good at the game. You don't just naturally get better. You do as well when you level, of course. Okay, so traverse that white light there. I'm thinking, I might actually drop down and deal with those guys. Like, there is one dude right there. We're going to do our falling strike, same with the Asylum demon. Except he is going to run away. And he is dead. That's a very weak enemy indeed. And we get an item right here. What do we get? Oh, we get the Hollow Warrior Waist Cloth. That is a form of light armor, so we can move quicker. However, it's probably got very low. Yeah, all of his stats are very low. Whenever you compare your items, if it's mostly red, don't bother. But if it's mostly blue, use it. So if I put that on there. Yeah, put that on there. And then, oh, for God's sake, put that on there and then examine it with the ones I was already wearing. Almost all of the stats are blue, which means it's better. So let's go ahead and use that armor there. We've got some dudes who jump up here. No, you don't. Oh, darn it. Damn invincibility frame. And a flash. There we go. Are there any more, or is that it? No, that's it. Ah, we got 3 dudes hanging out over there, though. Quite literally. I just did a pun without realizing. I'm a poet and I didn't know it. Okay, so I believe you can just kind of slash these guys off. Yeah, you can kick them as well, but... darn it. There we go, he is dead, and... oh, dear. Completely missed you there, dude. Excellent stuff. And here we get some rubbish. It's actually useless, I think. There probably is some use. There's probably like some vendor who is like, I really want some rubbish. But, as far as I know, I haven't found a use for it yet. So, but as I said, there probably is a use for it. There is an item down there. I'm trying to think. I think I know how to get that item. Obviously, exploring in this game really does reward you because you get all the items you need. See there, we've got a humanity. That is very useful. And this is an area you could very easily miss. Can I just jump down there? Yes, I can. Like, when you explore in this game, it's not quite the same as other games where you're always rewarded. Sometimes if you explore too much, you'll wander into an area where you are far too low a level to go ahead and actually do anything useful. So, got a hair on my face, get rid of that. And we've got another soul item, so... this is where we were before, isn't it? Ah, this is how we get the item, of course, of course. What have we got here? Another soul of a lost undead. Brilliant. So just picking up these items, we can probably level up already. And when you level up, you can improve your stats so that you get more strength, so you deal more damage, more health, so you can take more hits. And eventually, after doing that enough times, by using souls, which are kind of like money in this game, then eventually you can be invincible to these guys. Because whilst I'm doing pretty good, that's because I kind of know their attack patterns and stuff. But if I didn't know how to defeat these guys, then just a couple hits from these guys would kill me quite easily. Alright, so now we are back here. Let's go ahead and go through that area which we opened up, which had the white light. Actually, anything in here first? I don't think there is. No, but we can go there later, of course. So, go ahead and look around here. We've got an item over here. Another soul of a lost undead, worth 200 souls. That is fantastic stuff indeed. And now, a lot of people are very tempted to try to do that jump there. Don't, you can't make it. However, later on you can go onto the roof, and then you can make that jump dead easily. Oh, hey there. How's it going, Drake? I don't remember that dude's name, the dragon's name. However, you can beat that dragon. I've never actually tried to do it, though. And you actually can exploit him to actually get a very cool sword called the Drake Sword earlier on in the game. However, a lot of people say that's cheating. And if it's not your first time, I agree. Alright, so we got an archer up there shooting at us with a crossbow. And there are 3 enemies. So logic would make sense. Pull these guys away from the archer. And then kill them. There we go, that's 2 dead. Oh no, it's just 1 dead actually. There we go, now we got 2 dead. I'm actually going to Estus here. I didn't really need to do that because there is a fireplace. You know, a bonfire directly ahead. But I did it anyway just so that I've got a little bit of extra safety from this archer. Plus I'll probably kill the spear guys to the right as well. Alright, slashy, slashy, slash. Those archers do have a... Don't you dare heal yourself. Dear, oh dear. Alright, so we got these spear guys over here. These spear guys actually can be quite tough if you don't know how to beat them. But there is a very simple method of beating these guys. And that involves using the kick. Which is annoying to do because the controller often doesn't do it. Just like that. You need to push forward and hold R1. But R1 is also... Oh dear. Okay, back off, back off. They don't normally both attack you like that. Alright, so if this gets a little too hairy, I will back out and use a bonfire, but I would like to get the souls from these guys and use the merchant below. Alright, and... No, not hit, kick! That's a problem with this game. There are lots of controls which you've kind of actually used multiple buttons which are binded to other things as well. Who knows, on the keyboard there might just be a button to kick, I don't know, but with the controller, you've also got to press one of the buttons which is just your regular attack. There we go. Because those guys practically never drop their shields. They only drop their shields when they try to attack. And I was actually able to get an attack on him there because he did try to attack me. But in most cases, those guys are placed there purely to teach you how to kick. So they very rarely drop those shields. Those 2 in particular. And we've got a hollow warrior helm. I don't think that's going to be better than my current knight helm. But it'll probably be lighter. It's much worse, but it is much, much lighter. I'll stick with the knight helm. Once I actually start to upgrade my strength and stuff, we'll be able to go ahead and sort that. We've got a merchant here. He'll sell us some interesting stuff. Alright, so what can he sell us? He can sell us repair powder to repair your weapons, throwing knife, bombs, Lloyd's talisman, some online items, a residence key. I don't think I actually need that because I've got the master key, but that can open up a special door later on, which actually gives you access to an NPC in the game, so you can do a quest. And we've got some items here. I don't think I really want anything here. Like, the bow would be very useful. However, I think we get one fairly soon. The spear would be very good. I love using the spear because you can turtle stab with it. Alright, arrows. Until we get a bow, it's not really much point in buying any arrows. And we do have some chain armor, which is very good early light armor. Very good indeed. I was using that on the character I'm playing right now, and it's a dream, you know, because when you're early on in the game, that is some very good light armor. But, how much is the spear? The spear is only 600. I might as well get the spear.
Thank you kindly.
Okay. Everyone has a creepy laugh in this game. It's really weird. Okay, actually, I'm going to go with the spear here. Let me just look at this thing, actually. I need 24 strength before I can use the Zweihander. And to use the spear, I need 11 strength and 10 dexterity. I can use the spear. Okay, brilliant. If you don't have the stats to use it, then you won't be able to use it properly, or you just can't use it, you know, it'll be useless. Alright, so what's around here? I've completely forgotten. I really should go ahead and use that bonfire. Ah, here we go. This is the perfect opportunity to use a spear. With the spear, you can hold your shield up and strike at the same time. Takes more stamina. However, it is perfect for dealing with low-level enemies like this, because they just whack away at you, and they literally can't get any hits in. It's brilliant. There we go. So they're all dead. I didn't take any damage. Let me just check something, actually. My Tower Kite Shield. Yes, it blocks 100% of damage, this does. You can buy what is called the Heater Shield from that vendor, which blocks 100% of physical damage. And most shields don't, at this early stage, block 100% of physical damage. But the Heater Shield does, and it's very cheap. So if you need a shield which blocks 100% of damage, that merchant will give one for you. 10 throwing knives. Brilliant. I don't often use the throwing knives, but seeing as I do not have a bow, it might actually be a good thing to have in case I want to pull some enemies. There we go. So if you look down here, that's where the jump is that we saw earlier that we can't make. So hopefully I can make it in this armor. Nope, I cannot make it in that armor. Man, I'm really hating this heavy armor that we've got on right now. I really am. I'm very tempted to go ahead and buy that chainmail, just so I can play the game the way I want to play it. But at the same time, I want to show you guys the best way to kind of start off with this game if you've never played it, so to speak. Alright, so let's go ahead right down here. And that was where the merchant was, so it's over here. So this area is called the Undead Burg. You'll be coming back here quite a lot in the early stage of the game. And the thing about playing in the Undead Burg is that you get lots of low-level enemies, and it is perfect for farming low-level souls when you are a low level. When you get higher, it's not really worth the effort because they only drop like 20, 40, 50 souls each. But when you're at a low level, it is perfect. Alright, so let's try this jump again. Let's go ahead and take off the armor, which is a completely valid strategy. People do that. There we go. I made the jump no problem that time. Right, so let's go ahead. I believe that the item is up here. Oh, there it is. Right there, right there. Light crossbow and 16 standard bolts. The crossbow is not like the regular bow. You can't aim it. You can only lock on. However, it does mean that you can get some kind of ranged ability early on in the game. So, that's not bad. Might as well jump down here, I suppose. Okay, so let's head to that bonfire. Let's head to the bonfire so that we can rest, get our 1 Estus back. And, do we want to level up now, or do I want to go ahead and buy the miracle? Oh, I can't buy the miracle for ages, actually. And I've forgotten the way to go already. Over here, over here. Now, that's the thing about this game. Even though it teaches you how to play it properly, sometimes you do still get lost. I know I certainly get lost sometimes. Alright, so we're just going to head straight back to the bonfire so we can progress. I would definitely like to get to the Taurus demon in this level. Yeah, I got plenty of time, actually. Alright, so let's see. Over here, we have got a wooden shield. Wooden shield, yeah. Okay, so the wooden shield, as I said, you can buy a shield which does 100% of physical. And this does 93. You can see that 93, which is in red. That means 7% of the enemy's attacks, even if you're blocking, will still hurt you. So, yeah, excuse me. I'm doing these kind of longer Let's Plays. I've got to try to keep myself hydrated with some coffee that's gone cold now. Ugh. Okay, so here's our first bonfire. Let's go ahead and light this. This is the first bonfire in the Undead Burg. And rest. Okay, so as I said, I do want to reverse my hollowing so that I can go ahead and get the abilities of being human. And should I kindle the bonfire as well? Actually, no, there's no point kindling the bonfire now. Boom! Now you can see I've got all of my flesh back. And level up. I'm tempted to save it so I can buy the miracle, actually. So we'll leave that. Okay, let's go ahead and whack our armor back on. We don't have any rings, do we? No, we've only got the 1 ring. Okay, the 1 ring. When you use the bonfire, the enemies come back. So all these enemies here, they are now back. I'll wait for that guy to fire the arrow. And turtle stab. Turtle stab again. There we go. See, this spear and shield combination is brilliant for early game. There we go. He's dead already. And we didn't take a single bit of damage from those guys. No, I'll leave those guys. I was going to kill them for the souls, but it would be good to progress. Now, look at the area around you. You've got 3... Oh, dear. Where did you come from? You are not sneaking up on me like that, you little turd. Okay. So look around. 3 guys are up there throwing firebombs across this bridge. And there is also 2 guys in there. And there is another guy hidden over there. So, use your sense. What do you do? If you had a bow, you could go ahead and take out those guys with the firebombs from here. Very good strategy. I often do that. Or, you can just run for it. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take off. I'm going to take off my armor. And I'm going to run for it. Run, 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 run. Okay, so we have ran for it there. And, oh, tits! Okay. Okay. And I just became human. Stop becoming human, final render. You're just acting like an idiot every time you do that. Okay. I'm going to stop becoming human now. It's not really helping me. Alright, so I've got to kill these guys again. That is perfect. As I said, I've only beaten this game once, so I do stupid stuff like that. And I've actually never recorded this game before, so talking about this game while playing it, it does sap your concentration a little bit. Because you really do got to concentrate in this game, especially at low level. So, my plan was to run in and then make them run to me across the bridge. However, I was stupid and ran off the bridge. You turd! I can't believe I forgot about that guy already. How dare you get the backstab right there. Okay, so let's try this again then. Run across, run across. Do not run off the bridge this time. There we go. And back across the bridge. So now they're going to come to me. Yep, or at least one of them is. Okay, so let's go in and kill this guy with the battle axe. Battle axe, very good weapon. Does a lot of damage. Very slow, but is very good if you've got good strength at a low level. Alright, so we killed one of them, and we got another armor set. Okay. I'm actually going to heal up here. And then we can go ahead and take out these 2 guys, no problem. Run across. Run across. So there'll be one guy with a sword and shield and one guy with a battle axe. Yep, that's the guy with the battle axe right there. And there's a guy with a sword and shield. Probably an idea to take out the guy with the sword and shield first. He is tougher. Oh, dear. Don't you dare. There we go. Oh, dear. And get speared again, and speared again. Backstab. There we go. I don't think you get more souls for backstabbing or anything like that. You might do. I don't know. And we actually can open that later on. That leads down to the lower Undead Burg, which will eventually take you to the depths. We don't have to bother... Oh, man, we'll have to do the depths at some point, won't we? Okay, so let's go ahead and whack our armor back on now. We'll need it. Okay, so there are 2 enemies in this building here. We've got one guy right there. Go ahead and get the turtle stab on him. And we've also got a guy right here hiding, waiting for you to come around that corner. Go ahead and kill him quite easily with the turtle stab. Job done, Gromit. Job done. Right. So now, we have got to go ahead and head up here. And there is a guy throwing firebombs up here, and he's protected by 2 goons. Logic would dictate, kill the guy who's throwing the firebombs first. That's the guy in the middle. So, roll that. Oh, darn it, he got me anyway. Okay, come on now. Oh man, I'm really tempted to swap to that light armor. This armor is not good at all. Okay, so stab. Stab. Okay, firebomb guy is dead. Right, let's back off. Back off a little bit. We have taken some damage. Heal up. Excellent stuff. And now we can kill these guys pretty easily. Because they got the battle axe, very slow. And we've got a shield which blocks 100% of physical damage. Job done. And now we can actually get behind the guys who were throwing firebombs at us. They do drop their firebombs once you kill them. So I am very tempted to go ahead and try to kill these guys. But they will keep throwing said firebombs when you are trying to fight them. Oh dear. No, 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 no. Okay, drop down. And heal. Excellent stuff, excellent stuff. I'm noticing I am healing much more with this heavy build character than I am on the playthrough I'm doing right now, where I've got the light armor. Heh, that was brilliant. Okay, he will come back up the ladder though. Quickly kill these guys. Didn't lock on. Definitely have to lock on for the enemies you kill in this game, otherwise you are just deliberately giving yourself more risk than you need. Oh man, they didn't drop their firebombs. Normally they do that. And here's the dude we knocked off earlier. Excellent stuff. Job done. Alright, so now we've actually got to go in here, I believe. We can actually go ahead, use the master key. Normally you need to buy the resident key from that merchant to open that door, but we had the master key at the start of the game. And we can go ahead and open this chest here. And we get some gold pine resin for opening that chest. The gold pine resin is brilliant. It actually puts lightning damage on your weapon, so that when you do attacks, you do much more damage. Very useful. However, you can only use it a limited number of times. We just picked up 3, and it's pretty rare, actually, to find. Alright, kill this archer here. Because that archer that we just killed, if you just ran down the stairs, which is the way to go, he would have been shooting you in the back while trying to kill the 3 dudes who are down there. And one guy's turned up already, so you're going to let me out? There we go. Okay, they're slowly starting to get a bit more health, these guys. And boom. There you go. His shield doesn't block 100% of damage, so I can just hit him despite the fact that he has his shield up. Alright, so now we got 2 more dudes here. And stab. There we go. You can kill all 3 of those guys pretty easily with a firebomb, but I really don't need to do that. I'm a bit better than that, he says as he gets hit by 2 guys at once. There we go. That's 1 dead. And now that's all 3 of them dead. Now, anyone who is watching this video who has played this game before, I know what you're saying. Down there, down this little ladder here, these stairs, there is a Black Knight. The Black Knights are very tough enemies. He is currently guarding a ring called a blue tearstone ring, which boosts your defense when you're very near death. And also, when you kill those guys, there is a chance you can drop their armor, or their shield, or their sword. Exceptionally good weapons and exceptionally good armor. But I'm going to leave him because I'm too low level. We will come back and fight him. We will, I promise. But he is currently too high a level. We ain't going to beat him right there. So, if we look up here, there is a guy with a barrel at the top of the stairs. What do barrels in games do? They explode. So roll up a bit. And then run, jump, and that barrel exploded right down there. So now we can just run up, now that we have actually had to cut in to dodge his trap. Did he kill himself somehow? Huh, okay, I'm not complaining. I'm not complaining. Now, I think it's right here. Let me just hydrate myself a bit. Now, right in there is Havel's tower, I believe. We can open it with the master key if we want to. And you go down there and you can fight Havel the Rock, which is one of the hardest enemies in the game, really. He's not a boss, but he is a very tough enemy. He is covered in extremely thick armor, and he's got a hammer, a club, which can kill you in 1 hit until maybe level 50 or something like that. So we're not going to mess with Havel right now. We will go back and kill him later on. However, we will not actually be doing it right now. I'm actually going to go ahead and grab my sword here, because I believe if you knock open this barrel, yep, right there. That there is called a twinkling lizard, I believe he's called. And they are little lizards where as soon as you see them, they will try to run away, and then they will vanish after a certain amount of seconds. However, if you can kill them before they vanish, you can get some cool drops like that. We've got a Titanite chunk and 2 twinkling Titanite. Not really important for us right now, but it will be later on. Okay, let's traverse the white light. And, oh, this is the Taurus demon. Brilliant. Okay, so, look around here. We've got a ladder and a tower and a very long walkway. When you go down this walkway, a boss appears. However, there are 2 guys shooting crossbows at the top of this tower, so we've got to go ahead and kill them first. It's almost as if the developers put them there so you are aware that there is a tower here before fighting the boss. Almost. Right? Alright, so come on, you beast. And one more. There we go. Okay, this sword is very low damage. Alrighty, so what actually does more damage, actually? My sword or my spear? The sword is 82. Okay, we'll go with the broadsword for this battle. And what about the claymore again? What do I need for that? 24 strength. Yeah, it's going to be a while before we can use that claymore. Okay. Taurus demon. So, the Taurus demon actually is a very easy boss to beat. You can beat him probably easier than you can beat the Asylum demon by using quite a simple method. One thing I'm going to do, though, I'm very tempted to take off my knight armor. Can I roll? Yes, I can roll. Okay, so Obviously much less defense now, but I can roll fully. So just come down here. There he is. And now what you want to do, you want to run. You want to run back along this bridge. Run straight back along the bridge and then climb this ladder. We are going to kill him the same way we got that first attack on the Asylum demon, by dropping down and hitting him in the head. Okay, so run down here and hit. There we go. We took maybe, I don't know what that is. It's maybe a quarter of his life, something like that, just shy. Maybe a fifth. Okay, so run back here and roll. Roll between his legs and back up the tower. Back up the tower. You really don't need to fight him this way. Oh no. Oh, he hit me there. Never mind, never mind, never mind. We'll heal ourselves after we get this next attack. He can jump up this tower, so you've got to be very quick in dropping down to get that hit right there. And you can quite easily get boxed in. Alright, so run, 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 and run. Run as far as you can. Okay, we got some distance. Heal up, because we got unlucky and got hit on the ladder. Whoop. Roll between his legs. Okay, go, 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 go. Unlike Dark Souls 2, you don't have a quicker way to get up the ladders, and I think he's going to hit me again, isn't he? Yes, he is. Not the end of the world. Oh, I still got 3 Estases, so I'll be able to heal up as soon as I've hit him again. And jumping strike! There we go. Alright, if we do that once more, we should be able to take him down. Oh, no, 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 I'm stuck. Oh, man, that's amazing he missed me there. What a scrub. He's blocking my entire camera. Whoop! Juke him, juke him, juke him. Okay, heal up. There we go. I want to be on full health for this guy because I am very low level and I'm not wearing armor, so he can kill me quite easily. Don't hit me again on the ladder, please. No, we got lucky that time. Brilliant, brilliant. Okay, so we can do this twice more. Boom. There we go. That is done. I can either do it once more, or I can just start hammering away at him. There we go. Taurus demon defeated. Ah, first time as well. First time. Do we get a bonus for defeating him first time or something like that? We got a homeward bone and a humanity. No, we didn't. Okay, so you don't have to do the jumping strike method for doing that. You can, as you saw, I two-handed my weapon, which does more damage, but obviously you can't use your shield. And I was able to do a lot of damage very quickly to him, so you don't have to do the tower thing. However, I like to do the tower thing because not only is it safer, but it does show you guys how you can defeat the Taurus demon pretty easily. How are we going for? 53 minutes. Yeah, I'll keep going, I'll keep going. I'm going to try to keep this video quite long. Alright, so over here we have got an item hidden behind a box. Roll into it right there. Okay, we've got another soul of a lost undead. That's worth 400. Fantastic. And we can head down here. And as you look there, look around. What's on the ground? Big black spots. What does that mean? It probably means fire. And that dragon we saw earlier will land on the end of that bridge and start breathing fire at us. I thought we could open that with the master key, but I guess not. But down here, we have got an amazing buddy down here who everyone loves. This dude is the man. This is Solaire, the Sun Knight.
Hello.
What I love about Solaire is that he is very polite and he can help you in boss battles, so that is brilliant. And we need to talk to him a little bit before he can actually help us in a boss battle. He's basically saying, shall we work together if we need to? We're going to say yes. Because there actually are proper quest lines in this game and stuff. And this guy is basically searching for kind of a lost artifact, I believe. And if you keep helping him, you can eventually complete his quest line and get special bonuses. There is a good and bad ending for Solaire's quest line, actually. It's a very sad story. But I'm actually not going to get too involved in the story. There are plenty of videos who know the game far better than me who explain it better. But anyway, so just us talking to him, he gave us a white soapstone, which is something we can use to summon ourselves into someone else's realm. That's a multiplayer item, so we won't really be using that in this playthrough. Okay, so armor off. I don't even think this will make a difference. In fact, this might be a big mistake. So what I'm going to do, you see that little kind of tower thing to the right where that kind of fence is, where the first dude with the spear is? I need to run down there as quick as possible, and you'll see why. I'm wondering, would it be an idea to just take off everything? I don't know if this makes you even faster, but I assume it does. So, this might be a huge mistake here. Might be a huge mistake. I'll grab my Estus. Hopefully I can run full speed here. Go! Alright, so the dragon's going to land on the bridge any second. He's going to try to hit me. There is. Ooh! Okay, he caught me a little bit. He caught me a little bit. And that dragon is going to sit at the top of that tower for a long period of time. Well, actually taking off all of my armor was a very good idea. He did still hurt me, unfortunately. But you know what? It was worth it, I think. Let's go ahead and do that. Any other items that would be useful? Throwing knives would be useful. Might as well equip the firebomb, why not? And humanity. I already have humanity equipped. Whatever. Doesn't matter. Okay, and go ahead and grab my shield. The kite shield actually isn't too heavy. It might be an idea to go back and buy that heater shield I told you about earlier, because it might be lighter, so I can roll better. And now, go down these stairs, and what do you see? That's the first bonfire we found earlier. And now we can kick down this ladder, and we can actually use said bonfire. So that is brilliant news indeed, Aruni. So I'm not actually going to use a bonfire right now though. I'm going to go ahead and go back to Firelink Shrine. And the reason I'm going to go back to Firelink Shrine is because I want to be able to go ahead and get that miracle so that we can heal ourselves. We've got just shy of 8,000 souls, and we do have a lot of soul items, so we can buy that miracle. And hopefully we'll have enough souls to actually level up the attunement we need as well. I believe we need 12 attunement before we can use it. But that's pretty much all the stuff I'm going to do with faith and sorcery and stuff. I'm just going to get that heal miracle. Oh. Roll. No, darn it. Oh my god, don't you dare die here. Don't you dare. How the hell did that happen? How did I let that happen? How did I let that happen? I was stupid. I was rushing. I couldn't be bothered. I couldn't be bothered to fight those guys, and I paid for it. Well, at least we got our essences back, and we'll be able to get those souls back, no problem, really. So it's really not the end of the world. Because dying isn't a problem in this game, unless you are in human form, or you actually die again going back to get your souls. Once you've got your souls again, it's really not an issue. Alright, so let's just go ahead. Let me know what you think about the actual format of doing these kind of long, unedited videos of Dark Souls and stuff, because some people do prefer to watch kind of edited ones. But I think with a game like Dark Souls, it really is about experiencing the entire journey in its, in its entirety. Because obviously right now I am just going to be walking back to Firelink Shrine. It might be an idea to edit that stuff out, but it's up to you guys, really. It's up to you. If you guys enjoy watching the entire journey and listening to me talk nonsense and talk about how bad I am at this game and how kind of give like new guys tips. Because the thing about Dark Souls is that as good as the game is, and I love it, I'm sure many of you guys who are watching the video also love it, you've got to admit it is very unapproachable to new players who don't know what they're doing. So the more video content, the more web articles and stuff, teaching people basics, the better. Because there's nothing brave about not using a guide if you're new to this game. Nothing. There's nothing wrong with that, because the game is deliberately very convoluted. Alright, so we got our souls back, and we got that one humanity back, which is fantastic. Alright, back down to Firelink Shrine. There will be the rat at the end over here. Again, he's not going to attack us, though. I think if you hit him and you don't kill him, then he actually will turn around and start fighting you. But for the most part, he just goes back to nom on that body there. Alright, where is the guy? Is he to the left or to the right? He's to the right, of course. And give him a little stabby with the spear. Job done. Jump in, strike! There we go. A lot of damage right there. And I don't think you can get to the angle to do the fall-in strike on that dude. So let's just do that. Knock him off. He's dead. If you knock someone off the edge of a cliff and they drop items and stuff like that, you still get the items and you still get the souls. So don't actually worry about... Oh, Havoc's is going a bit crazy there. Havoc's Physics engine, of course. So if you knock someone off the edge of a cliff, don't worry about it. You still get the items and the souls for doing so. Come on, dude. And also, if you die by falling off a cliff, often your souls will be kind of on the edge of the cliff where you fell. You don't have to jump down to get them. That would be foolish. Okay, back to Firelink Shrine. This is primarily a linear game, however it is kind of open-worlded in a sense. You can choose which areas to go to. Like right now, we can decide, because we've got the master key, to go to some of the hardest areas of the game if we want to. Okay, so let's do that and leave. Just to go ahead and reinforce our health a little bit there. And now, let's buy this miracle. I believe you need 12 attunement for it, but I want to buy it and then find out so we know what to level up.
Oh, I will.
Yes, he will teach us some miracles. Okay, so let's purchase the heal miracle. Oh, you don't need any attunement. Brilliant, brilliant. Okay, so we can actually use some of our souls for leveling up. Like, you can buy a talisman from him. You need to use a talisman, kind of like a weapon, to use a miracle. You know, it's kind of like using a magic wand, which is also a thing in this game. Okay, so let's buy this miracle for 4,000 souls. Brilliant. Okay, you can buy other miracles, but you need higher faith stats to use them. Like there is the homeward one. If you had 18 faith, you could buy that and it acts like a homeward bone, which teleports you back to the last bonfire you were just at. But in this case, I am going to just leave it there.
Come again.
Just leave it there. Okay, so now we need to go back to the bonfire, attune our magic, and we've got 4,000 souls, so we can actually level up a little bit here as well. So let's go. Okay, so let's go ahead and attune our magic and equip the heal. We need 12 faith for that. Yes, we knew that. Okay, so now we level up. This is where we level up. If you look just above where the kind of brown box I'm currently controlling is, you can see the required souls for the next level is 741 souls. We have 4,079, so we can definitely level up our faith to level 12. Now we can use that heal miracle. Okay, and we're also going to get some strength, we're going to get some vitality, we're going to get some endurance, we're going to get some dexterity. We could pretty much get everything at this early stage because it's so cheap to level up. We went from a level 5 to a level 10. Every time you boost one of these stats, you go up one level. And every time you level up, the higher the requirement of souls. So if we want to level up again, we need 829 souls. Okay, so, tell you the truth, even though I said I was going to go ahead with the heavy armor, I think I actually am going to go ahead and buy that chainmail armor. Simply because this lack of ability to roll and jump properly, it's killing me, guys. It's killing me. And once I've got higher strength, there will be nothing wrong with going back to the heavier armor. Nothing wrong with that at all. Like, even though you do pick a class at the start of the game, you can kind of go back and forth, so to speak. You'll find that by the end of the game, you will have kind of specialized in something, whether if it's strength, or whether if it's intelligence, so you can use sorceries, or faith, so you can use miracles. You would have become expert at something. But in your first playthrough of the game, chances are you will just kind of be upgrading your health, you'll be upgrading your strength, your endurance, so you can be a good melee fighter. And to tell you the truth, even if you put lots of levels and points into using spells and stuff, you'll still be doing an awful lot of melee combat. You really will. Because as good as the sorceries and stuff are, a lot of the times just being able to use a good weapon is far more beneficial. Oh dear, I'm not paying attention. It's far more beneficial in the long run. Okay, so he's dead. Get another 80 souls right there. And another thing that people don't realise about this game, I think, is that since you have got to do things again and again and again, they think that that actually means they're bad at the game. But it's not. It's actually a good idea to go ahead and kill enemies again and again. Because for every soul we get, the more we can level up later. So the more things we kill and the more soul items we find, and general items we find, the better our character is overall. So that's exactly what we want. Alright, so we'll head back out from Firelink Shrine. Oh yeah, we need to actually equip our miracles, don't we? Equip our talisman, we need to use that. And when we swap weapon, we can use our heal miracle. And as I said, it does about the same as an Estus flask, depending on your level of faith. I've only just got enough, so it's about the same as a regular Estus flask. However, it takes much longer to use the heal miracle, to heal yourself. You don't want to do it mid-combat. Use your Estuses mid-combat, and when you know the area is safe, use the heal miracle. Oh, I didn't even kill him. I can't be bothered to go down there and fight him. Alright, firebomb dude. Whoop, there we go. Dodge him right there. And go ahead and give him some damage right there. Now, I'm wondering, can I get behind him? Yes, I can. Boom! Backstrike right there. There are certain weapons which do more damage for the critical strikes, which you can get by parrying, like we did once earlier, and also the backstab. I think this spear is pretty good for that. Generally, pierce weapons are pretty good for criticals, if I remember correctly. Alright, so do I want to buy that chainmail armor? I think it'll be good in the long run, because whilst its defensive stats are much lower, I would much rather be able to dodge and save more stamina. Because the heavier the armor you wear, the slower you are. And also, I believe, by using stuff that's heavy, like swords and hammers and stuff, that also takes more stamina. The spear actually isn't too bad of a drain on your stamina. However, using something like a huge, great big club or something like that really will take a lot of stamina. Darn it, you got me. The only thing that kind of makes this spear use a lot of stamina is when you turtle stab. But to tell you the truth, the turtle stabbing is such a huge benefit. It's totally worth it. Alright, so let's go ahead and kill this dude. Don't you dare try to heal. There we go. Not every enemy can heal. Not everyone, but some do. And it's always really sucky when they do. But in that case, I was actually able to get him while he was healing. So he left himself open. Stupid mistake on his part, really. Okay, so do I want to bother with these spear guys? Yeah, I should, in case they come and attack me while I'm talking to the merchant. So, nope. Messed up the kick again. Oh, and also, these guys, you're never going to be able to get behind these guys. Never. Like, I think that's something unique to these two in particular, is that they are always with their shield up and they are always moving about. Deliberately, so you learn how to kick like that. There we go. And also, I only installed the mod to get 60 frames a second on this just before starting this recording. You know, I tested it first, obviously. But I've been playing it in 30 frames a second, and playing it in this 60 frames a second, guys, it is absolutely glorious. What you doing behind there? I saw you. There we go, job done. Right, let's talk to this merchant. I have no idea how much the full set of the chain armor is, but it might be an idea just to get the body set. Okay, so let's purchase the item. Let's look at his armor sets. The chainmail helm is worth 500. That's good. The actual armor, that's what I want. That's 800. Let's just go ahead and get the helmet and the body. I'm okay with the legs and stuff. The legs typically don't weigh too much.
Come back soon.
I will. Don't you worry. And quit laughing. Okay, so let's go ahead and equip that armor. Now, as I said earlier, the stats are mostly red. They are. So that means switching to this is not as beneficial as using the current armor. But the weight is dramatically better, especially on the chest piece. That weighs 10, this weighs 6. So now, in theory, I roll exactly the same. God darn it, that was a complete waste of money. I think I actually need to go ahead and get the full set, because I think the leggings are wearing me down. Or it might be the shield, actually. How much does the shield weigh? The shield weighs 3. It's probably not that. Let's go ahead and use our soul items to go ahead and get the legs as well. So I've got very light armor all round. Okay, so I'm sure many veterans are probably thinking, dude, don't bother. Don't bother. It's a complete waste of money. What are you doing? You're a loser. But you know what, guys? I like playing with light armor. Now I've tried it for the first time on my other character. So let's go ahead and use one more soul item. That's 200, that's 400. How much do I need? I need to use one of the bigger ones, don't I? Okay. So, bigger one, 400. There we go. I will not stick with this armor for long, though. I really won't. I'll do it pretty much until I can get some better light armor, or I can upgrade my strength enough to use the full kind of, probably the elite knight armor, which we'll get later. Okay, so, please now, full roll. I still can't do the full goddamn roll. It's faster, but it's not as fast as just going naked, so to speak. But whatever, we got the chain armor. It'll do for now. Alright, so what's after the Taurus demon? I've completely forgotten, actually, what's after the Taurus demon. We need to go ahead and get to the place that's next to Sen's fortress, don't we? I forget what it's called. I really do. Alright, so let's just go ahead and refill our Estises and stuff like that. Probably just kill these two guys here. We won't go ahead and kill the guys lower. Job done right there. I've got a feeling I just made a complete mistake by buying this armor. Because I thought it would be like, wow, he is dramatically faster. But no, he's still pretty darn slow. Faster, but still pretty darn slow. Okay. Well, here's the test, you know. Let's run across here. Yeah, he got there. He got there without getting hit by a firebomb, so it's not the end of the world. Alright, deal with this guy first. Alright, didn't get the backstab, that's a shame. Alright, strong hit. There we go, that's those two dead. I really want to try to kill the Black Knight. That might be a really cool way to end the video, but to tell you the truth, I don't plan on ending the video yet. I've still got maybe another 20 minutes, half an hour of recording time, so I will come back and fight the Black Knight, I promise. Because I really do want to see if he drops one of his armors and stuff like that. Alright, get around to the back of the firebomb dude. Give him a few stabs. There we go. When you eventually get to Sense Fortress, you can find a lightning spear. And that thing is absolutely brilliant. It's a huge blessing to get a lightning weapon that early in the game. It's about a third of the way through. And that is an absolutely brilliant drop. Alright, so let's go ahead and kill this archer up here. And he is dead. And now we can go lower and kind of go back. Oh wait, we don't have to do any of this, do we? You know, with a voice crack and a brilliant idea, I've just remembered we unlocked the shortcut. You turd. We don't even need to do any of this. We can just skip it. Now, that is something that I said is kind of your reward for beating boss battles. You get shortcuts. So with the shortcut, we don't have to go that way I was just started to go, which is brilliant. Right, up the ladder. There we go, and we will be on the same bridge as that dragon now. Brilliant stuff. So yeah, just above us is the kind of dragon bridge, so to speak. And now, see that tail there? If you have a bow, and I believe you can shoot that tail with the bow, I think it's 30 times, then you get given an exceptionally powerful weapon called the Drake Sword. And it does a huge amount of damage, and it is in the game, so that if you are really struggling as a new player, you can get a very powerful weapon pretty much for free. However, a lot of people don't like using it. Some kind of people say it's cheating. It's totally not cheating. It's in the game. It's totally valid. It's there for a stalemate if you're not very good at the game or you're not very experienced with the game just yet. However, there are some other things as well, like it doesn't scale properly. So that if you say scale lots in strength, it won't necessarily be a benefit. To upgrade it, you need to get dragon scales, and they're very rare. So, in the end, it's there if you want it, but there are better alternatives. Not too far in the game. Eventually, it's going to be trash anyway. So, we've got 3 rats in here. And now, did you notice that when they hit me, I actually got a little meter appear at the bottom of the screen? Right there. That is... Oh, darn it, I've been poisoned. That is very, very bad indeed. Okay, quickly kill these guys now. Quickly kill them. No, wait. Patience. Final. Patience. Patience. Alright, poison is really, really bad. I was just explaining it to you guys. Poison. See that little meter at the bottom? When that runs out, I will no longer be poisoned. Do I have anything to cure this poison? No. It might be an idea to just go back and rest at the bonfire. Yeah, go back and rest at the bonfire. I will be losing health very slowly, as you can see in the top left, until that yellow meter in the center of the screen is gone. So that's very bad, as you can tell. Light armor does have very good resistances to poison and other things such as bleed and lightning and stuff. That's a very good reason to go with light armor. However, I am actually not really benefiting too much from the resistance of this particular armor set. I still got poisoned either way. It's very easy to avoid getting poisoned, but I didn't think about it. Let's go ahead and put our strength up. You know, I've got a little bit of souls here to level up, so we're now like a level 11, level 12, something like that. Let's try that again, shall we? As I was explaining the poison mechanic, I got poisoned. So it's a pretty good idea, actually, that I was talking about it at that very moment. I actually am going to go human. I'm going to go human. Because we're starting to get to a stage where we'll get some harder enemies and they'll actually start to yield some more souls. So if I can capitalize on getting more souls, that would be fantastic. There we go, we are now human. And do I need to kindle the fire? No, I've got 9 essences, that's cool. Kindling the fire basically means you offer up 1 humanity and it gives you extra Estus flasks when you rest. Normally you can only hold 5. You can find kind of special items, which means that you can actually hold more. However, at this stage, we can only hold a maximum of 10 if we use a humanity on the fire. So, and you have to be in human form before you can actually do that. So, if you've only got 5 Estus flasks and you want an extra 5, say if you're about to do a boss battle, then you will need 2 humanities and you can get yourself an extra 10, no, an extra 5 Estus flasks even. Come on, you beast. Come on, you spear guy. Alright, can I kick him off the edge again? No, never mind. He staggered himself off my shield and knocked himself off the edge. Okay, so the rats. If they hit my shield, which they probably will, then like that, then that little meter appears. When that meter gets to full, I will be poisoned. So as you can see there, it nearly got to full. So I nearly got poisoned again. So you just wait a bit, wait for it to settle down, and then you can go back and kill this final one. There is also another version of poison called Toxic. Works exactly the same way. However, it does even more damage. It will kill you in seconds. Unless you have a special item to actually cure it. I think it's called Bloomin' White Moss to cure the Toxic. And just like Purple Bloomin' Moss to cure Poison. But we don't have any of that right now. Okay, so. If you go up those stairs, there is another Black Knight. This Black Knight isn't as hard to kill as the other one, because you've kind of got some more space to exploit him if you lead him down here. I might actually try to beat him before I beat the other guy. But we want to go ahead in here. Kill this dude and go up this way. Okay, so. There we go, he is now dead. Brilliant. Hollow Soldier Shield. Is that better than my current shield, I wonder? No, it's got... it blocks one more... No, it's not better at all. It's heavier. It's not worth it. It's only a tiny bit better in one point. So look around you guys. What do you see? You see 2 guys with crossbows on top of the bridge. You see 3 guys with swords. One of which is coming towards us. And a huge scary looking bull monster. So, what do? Isolate them. Kill them one at a time. That is your best strategy here. There is also a guy with a spear right around the corner, I believe. So... take your time, look at your surroundings, and you'll win every time. Oh yeah, he's got a spear. Okay. None of the other guys are walking towards me yet. Oh wait, the guy with the sword is starting to come. Come on, you beast. Kick. And spear. I really should stop doing the turtle stabbing sometimes, because it's draining a lot of stamina. Alright, the guy with the sword has run away, so he might be coming up this way in front of me. There are more enemies up here. And the archers are now starting to shoot at me. Alright, we've got to go with the spear right there. Yep, and we've got the 2 archers here. So, let's try to kill the guy with the spear first, because he's right in front of us. Oh dear. Oh darn it, how the hell did that not hit him? It just hit his shield, despite the fact that he didn't have it raised. Ooh, darn it. One more hit. Don't you dare. There we go, gotcha. Now the archers. The archers will be easy now. Unless they draw their swords, of course. There we go. Alright, whenever you have your shield up, you drain stamina, you regain stamina much, much slower. So if you just have your shield up and you're taking hits, drop your shield when you're no longer taking hits, and it will start to recover much quicker. So there we go, and he is dead. And now, here we've got an item called the Alluring Skull. This is a very useful item for this particular area we're in right now. Alright, that's the dude we saw earlier who ran away. Let's go ahead and kill this dude before I explain the Alluring Skull. Come on, there we go. And one more hit will do it. There we go. So now, this big scary bull monster, he is coated in heavy armor. And he charges at you with his kind of armored spiked horns and does serious, serious damage to you. But we have an item we just picked up called the Alluring Skull. And the Alluring Skull attracts certain enemy types, in fact many enemy types, to the skull. And it's kind of like a spell. It's not like they go, ooh, what's that sound over there? Like in Metal Gear. It is literally a spell, I think, and they have to walk towards it. So, how can we use this skull to defeat this guy? We could throw it behind him so we can sneak up behind him and he will have to walk to where the skull lands. Or, it's a modern game. There are fire physics in modern games. What we can do, we can't aim with it unfortunately, but if we try to get to the right kind of angle, we can throw the Alluring Skull into the fire and this demon will just walk into the fire until he dies. Because it's kind of like a magical spell. He is compelled to walk into the thing. Alright, I might have messed up there. Will he keep walking into the fire? Walk into the fire, damn it. Oh no, okay, we wasted one. We've got to go a bit closer. Okay, so throw one again. Missed again. Come on, I'm not normally this bad. Okay, he hit the fire. See, look at the damage that is doing to him. And that is a tough enemy. A very tough enemy, in fact. So the fact that he is just walking into the fire... will save our life. There are ways you can just beat him normally, of course. You can dodge his attacks, or you can kind of get him to glitch to where that enemy soldier just ran into. And then you can just kind of stab him if you've got a long weapon like a spear. Come on, walk into the fire, you beast. And will it kill him? Okay, it very nearly killed him, and we are out of alluring skulls because we actually messed up on the first two. Alright, I need to heal up now, so I'm going to use the heal miracle. So I equip my talisman like a weapon. R1, or right trigger, or right bumper, sorry. Heals you up the exact same way as an Estus flask. We get 5 tries with that. But as you saw, it is much, much slower than an Estus flask, so you've got to keep that in mind. Don't use it mid-combat. Wait until you're in a safe position. Oh! And that dude over there just ran into the fire and killed himself. Now, this boar right here, he's getting ready to charge me. So dodge up here. And he walked into the flames. I actually didn't want to do that. I actually was going to show you how to beat him properly right there. But, never mind. Oh, he didn't drop his helmet. You can actually get a helmet when you kill him. That's very, very, very heavy, but it has a lot of defense. But, oh well. You do find them later on in the game, so we might get one here. Now, this area here, full of low enemies. Just absolutely full of low level enemies. However, they are tougher than the same guys you've seen already. So, I believe there's one around the corner. No, he walked off. One guy jumps down from there, and one comes down the stairs. Come on, you beast. Like, you may remember that I actually have the Master Key equipped as kind of my blessing, my special item to start the game. However, there is a problem with the Master Key, being that it can get you into certain areas where you are not meant to go yet. And a good thing about just kind of playing the game naturally is that it will only let you go to the areas that you could beat. It only lets you into the areas that you could beat. Like, there are some areas where they will be very, very hard to beat, but you should be able to, if it lets you get there through natural means. But if you use the Master Key, then you might walk into an area where you've got no chance of beating at a low level, unless you are very, very good. Okay, so head up the ladder right here. Head up the ladder, and there is 2 dudes right here. Go ahead and give him a stab. Oh, darn it. Out of stamina. And 1 stab there, and another stab there. Okay, so look there. There is an item over there. And we have got these kind of balls which we can walk across. Now, the item, I believe it's just kind of a soul item. But it's there to teach you. Don't be afraid to walk along little planks and stuff if there's an item. You might be rewarded. Okay, so I'm just trying to remember the way to go. We've got another item down here. Go and destroy your picnic table. And we have got the mystery key. I believe the mystery key opens the tower, which leads to the top of the kind of dragon bridge. So we actually get a shortcut there. We won't do it right now. We'll progress for now because it means going back a very long way. So we'll use a mystery key later. Oh no, actually. No, that's not what it's for. It's actually for an NPC thing later on. And that's actually a very interesting NPC choice you can get right there. We'll talk about that later. But it involves freeing someone from a prison. Alright, so traverse the white light. Normally traversing the white light means boss battle. But in this case, it's actually safe. So don't worry about that. And now, I believe in this area here, we will encounter our first Boulder Knights. There's a Boulder Knight right there. At this level, they can be pretty tough. They are fast, they can parry you, and they have got some pretty nasty attacks. In fact, they can parry you very easily. However, once you start to actually upgrade your weapons a little bit and stuff like that, you will be able to kill these guys pretty easy, especially with backstabs. They're very vulnerable to backstabs, which I messed up in that case. They're also very vulnerable to turtle stabbing. And we have a spear, so we can turtle stab these guys. Because he has what's called a buckler shield. It looks small and puny, but that shield, which you can get yourself, is actually perfect for parrying. It actually increases the window to where you can parry. I'm going to see if I can get behind him. That is actually your best kind of tactic with these guys, or parry them. But as I said, they are very fast, especially these guys with the rapiers. You know, these... Oh, no, that's not the rapier, is it? Your rapier guys are later. Or is it the rapier? Oh, no, I think it is a rapier, actually. You know, your kind of, fine gentlemen, I shall duel you at dawn kind of sword. You know, kind of like the Three Musketeers kind of sword. And jumping strike! There we go. That wasn't really worth it. Okay, so just a few more hits. I could probably just turtle stab this guy now. Oh, don't you dare heal on me, Boulder Knight. Oh, he blocked the turtle stab. That's a shame. And go. There we go. He is dead. So yeah, that took some time. However, it is possible to actually beat them fairly easily once you've upgraded your weapons and got some more strength. Now we have the Knight Shield. The Knight Shield, I believe, is a very good shield, but let me just check its stats. It is much heavier than our current shield. It does block more. Does it actually? It's only better with its kind of physical attack damage or defense and stuff. Everything else, my current shield is better. Alright, we've got another enemy over there. Can I hit him with a throwing knife? I think I can, actually. Oh, it's not doing squat to him. Okay, that was a waste of 2 knives. Never mind. But we will encounter that guy in a minute, so it'll actually be a bit easier to take out that guy later on. That's the way to think about it. You know, sure, it was a waste, but we can kill that guy easier next time. Alright, so I believe there is a dude to our left as well. Yes, there is. There is a spear dude to our left. And go ahead and give him a few stabs. I really want to get a new weapon. As good as the spear is, I'm starting to get a bit bored of using this spear. Either that or just upgrade the spear so it's a bit more lethal. Okay, so let's go ahead and use our heal miracle here. Probably don't need to, but do it just in case. That dude we just threw the knives at, he is to the right, and to the left there is another Boulder Knight. So we need to get ready with this. Alright, so I believe the Boulder Knight is to the left, right? Yep, Boulder Knight is to the left. And the spear dude is to the right. He doesn't look like he's coming immediately. So let's just quickly run out. That will alert the Boulder Knight. He will start charging at me. This guy always charges at you. He has got a huge shield and kind of a broadsword or a long sword. So this guy actually is a bit easier to kill than the last one. Oh, done it. Alright, come on, get the parry. There we go, parry. Riposte! And that's almost killed him immediately. Or has it killed him? Nope, one more stab. There you go. Learn to parry, people. That guy would have been difficult, but since we were able to parry him, we killed him in one hit pretty much. It might as well be one hit. And you can parry many enemies in the game. If you're not sure if you can parry an enemy, typically if someone is really huge, kind of like a giant, oh, a new helmet, then you will actually be able to not be able to parry them, sorry. Let's check out this helmet compared to the other one. My chainmail helmet actually is better. But, you know what, actually, the knight helmet is only 1 unit heavier. That is a fat roll, you know, a very slow roll. And with the chain helm, it's about the same. So I might as well go with the heavier helmet, the one which gives me more defense. Alrighty, so this is our next area right in here, this big building to our left. I don't remember what this is called, actually, or if it has a name at all. Okay, so let's go ahead and heal here. Brilliant stuff. Alright, so now we've healed there. 3 guys ahead of us. 1 has a crossbow, and 2 have shields and swords. And what a jump cut, people. I apologise for the quick jump cut here, but my camera actually ran out of memory, and we've been recording for like an hour and a half, so I am actually slightly to the right of the area we had just arrived at with these 3 goons right here, and we were kind of just beyond this tree. I'll show you again in a minute, just so we've got a full let's play of this kind of thing. Alright, so these 3 guys, logic makes sense. Take out the guy with the crossbow first, because otherwise you're going to be fighting a dude with a sword, in fact 2 dudes with swords, and there is going to be a guy with a crossbow shooting at you. So take out the dude with the crossbow first, that way you can kill the guys with the swords in peace, so to speak. Don't you dare heal. Wow, he's still not dead after that one. Okay, and again, there we go. Alright, now we just got his little buddy right here. And backstab, there we go. Alright, when we actually upgrade our spear, which we'll be able to do in a minute, we should be able to kill these guys with a backstab in 1 hit, which is brilliant. Okay, so we were just here. You know, this is where we were before the camera actually ran out of memory, so that kind of puts into perspective as to where you are. Okay, so those 3 goons are dead, and we will be going into this building. However, we want to go this way first, because there is a bonfire right here, which we definitely need to act as a checkpoint. Seeing as there was a slight momentary lapse in recording, the bonfire is already activated, but really, you only missed about 30 seconds or so before I actually went back and recorded it again for you guys today. The things I do for you. Okay, so let's go ahead and activate this bonfire. Okay, so there we go. You can rest up there, and you can get your SSS back, so you can level up and everything like that. But there is something else which is very important. You hear that sound? Blacksmith. Blacksmiths are very good. Blacksmiths always help you in this game. You can buy items from them and upgrade your weapons. This is Andre of Astoria. And if you've played Dark Souls 3 but never Dark Souls 1, same dude. It's the exact same character. So you are able to upgrade your weapons, repair your weapons and armor, buy new stuff, and it's all great stuff. However, that's exactly what I'm about to say. Okay then guys, so seeing as I've pretty much been doing this for an hour and a half now, I'm going to cut the first video here. Guys, I hope you've enjoyed watching this video of Dark Souls. I love this game, and I actually am starting to think I'm starting to learn a bit about it, but I've only scratched the surface on what this game has to offer. So guys, if you enjoyed it, please make sure you give it a like and a thumbs up. Check out some of the cool Patreon people below who help support the channel with their financial donations. And I'll see you next time. This has been the final render, and you have been the audience. I'm now going to start recording for another hour and a half to get even more out of this game. Bye-bye for now. Finally getting in there. It's about time, right? And so as the evening dawns, a new relationship has occurred between Final Render and Bella Goth. And so, the coitus is complete. Oh, they kind of teleported out of bed there. Oh, and now Final Render's all